National General Secretary ka AITC u Abhishek Banerjee habakran bat kilat patai khubor menta kasngi ulayithu baka AITC kan penyukhun kertong habaro 100 hautali ki constituency house name arjar apply. Habala kali pat laka AITC kan yete lok ni maswa ka election bat kiwi kiseng kaliang u Abhishek ulayithu baka AITC kalong kabala kloy ban yete lok kibaye jan hakarukom terikam bat perkhan. Habala kali pat halor ka ILP laka AITC kershane ya ka ILP na kaliang wa Abhishek ula ong bakumba ka ying darbar thawan kala menjur ya ka unanimous resolution ne karai menjur lang na kaliang ka AITC ru kan yakun ban per urlong ya kan kamat ka bakinong shangnong kila ang no laslembha.
It's not necessary it will work in Meghalaya. That's what I'm saying. The mistake that BJP did in Bengal, they thought Bengal is Gujarat. Bengal is not Gujarat. If you think Meghalaya is Bengal, Meghalaya is not Bengal. Every state has its own identity, its own values, its own ethos, its own culture, and its own history. We have to respect that. I don't want to deliberately put something on the people of Meghalaya just because Trinamool Congress is ruling the state of West Bengal. We are in power in West Bengal, and I think the kind of governance that we have been able to offer, which is quite sustainable and conclusive, we have to offer that same welfare schemes and make the development more sustainable in the long run. Like Mamata Banerjee is empowering every caste creed community, the women, the SC, the ST, everything on the same lines will be planned, incorporated, keeping the culture of Meghalaya, ethics of Meghalaya, ethos of Meghalaya, and values of Meghalaya in mind. Token representation, it's simple. AITC will not support something that is unethical. We had a SC president for the last 5 years. Have you seen the president of the country open or utter a word when Hathras occurred? When Unnao occurred, when Lakhimpuri Kheri occurred? Not a word. A president of the country who belongs to the scheduled caste was not invited when foundation stone laying ceremony of Ram Mandir was held. Out of 200 pandits, one Dalit was not invited. You want to honor the ST community, you address their problems. More than 90% of the cases implicated, those who are implicated in ST cases, 90% of the court cases are pending. You want to address the ST communities. Why are you cutting down on the ST quotas in students, scholarships and all? If you want to address the ST problems, why do you have one after another atrocities in BJP ruled states against the STs? You will see BJP topping the charts, states like Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, and I put this on record. They are topping the charts when it comes to crime against ST, when it comes to crime against ST women, when it comes against crime against ST kids. States like Maharashtra, and this is NCRB's data, not my data. You go and do a little bit of data digging, you will find yourself. So what's the point? You want to empower the ST community? You give him or her the absolute independence to work freely. You had a Dalit president who couldn't utter a word, who was not honored when Ram Mandir's foundation stone laying ceremony was held. You're talking about now ST representation. You want to play caste dynamics just to serve your own political vested electoral interest. You're not actually interested in uplifting the ST community or doing actual development for them. So Trinamool Congress, whatever I said, we let BJP address it. I am telling this on record. Trinamool Congress will support their candidate. Let them come out and record and say 90% of the ST cases, after the ST president is chosen to power, after the ST president, I have the highest amount of regard for Srimati Draupadi Murmu and her political legacy. But let her also come on record and tell her in 3 months after I'm chosen to office, after I'm voted to power, after I'm elected to the president's office, all 90% court cases will come down to zero. Let her come and say that SC, ST student college scholarship will not be reduced. Let her come and say states like Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka, and Madhya Pradesh, who are topping the charts when it comes to atrocities against ST women and ST community, will have 0 cases next year onwards. Let her come and say, I will open my mouth and not pay heed to what the government or the Prime Minister or the Home Minister thinks, and will act and will not act as a subservient to the government, and will do to take the government, to make the government accountable and make sure that the government operates remaining with. Opposition will do their work. Congress was started in Maharashtra. Is Congress a Marathi party? AAP was started in Delhi. Is AAP a Delhi party? So opposition, as I said, we are a national party. National party, the status has been accorded by the Election Commission of India. I am not saying. You go and check with the Election Commission, there are 6 or 7 national parties out of the 1700 political parties in the country. So we are one of them with regional ethos. So opposition will do their job. They will try to label and brand Trinamool as a Bengali party. Obviously we come from Bengal. But I have the guts to put this on record in front of camera. Next time when a BJP, like you're shooting questions to me, with all modesty and humbleness, I will request you, next time a BJP leader comes to the state, you should shoot this same question to him. Like, I am putting this on record and saying that in the next 6 months when we have a new government in Meghalaya will not be ruled from Bengal. Can the BJP leader put this on camera on record that Meghalaya will not be ruled from Delhi or Madhya Pradesh or Maharashtra or Gujarat? Let them put this on record. This question, like I said, that every state has its own culture. So the Bengal campaign, in the context that you're asking the question, is completely different. When we plan we started the membership drive, when we draw the campaign or formulate the campaign, we will definitely put the right perspective and place the right thought into perspective and design the campaign in that way. But it doesn't have to be in the similar lines like the ones in Bengal. That the government has failed to keep on its poll promises. So the first and foremost challenge is to make sure that every Meghalayan in the state is exposed, or rather have the access to the best healthcare facilities, to the best education system. When it comes to the welfare schemes, every person, even sitting at the remotest of areas, has the access to the government welfare schemes, and the government delivers them at their doorstep, like we have done in Bengal. The government actually go to your doorstep to deliver the public schemes, the welfare schemes. You don't have to stand in queue. So that is the model of governance Mamata Banerjee has created. That the government will go to your doorstep to deliver the government schemes and the poll promises that it made, whether it's ration, it's healthcare facilities, and every year we will do there will be some mechanism in place to make sure that you're able to get get the benefits of the welfare scheme that has been announced by the state government.